in respect of NPA recognition. Therefore, it has been decided that in respect of all accounts for which lending institutions decide to grant moratorium or deferment and which were standard as on 1st March 2020, the 90-day NPA norm shall exclude the moratorium period. That is, there would be an asset classification standstill for all such accounts from 1st March to 31st May 2020. NBFCs which are required to comply with Indian accounting standards Ind AS may be guided by the guidelines duly approved by their boards and as per the provisions and as per the advisories of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India in recognition of impairments. In other words, NBFCs do have the flexibility under the prescribed accounting standards to consider such relief to their borrowers. At the same time, we are cognizant of risk build-up in banks' balance sheets on account of firm-level stress and delays in recoveries. With the objective of ensuring that banks maintain sufficient buffers and remain adequately provisioned to meet future challenges, they will have to maintain a higher provision of 10% on all such accounts under the standstill, spread over 2 quarters, that is March, that is the quarter ending March 2020 and June 2020. These provisions can be adjusted later on against the provisioning requirements for actual slippages in such accounts. You see, while we are announcing certain forbearances etc. for the banks, Reserve Bank as the regulator of the banking system has to ensure that our banks remain financially healthy over a period of time and in the long term. So therefore, while announcing certain prudential relaxations, we have to necessarily see that the banking system also remains healthy. So therefore, we have required them to make certain provisions, and in any case, we are saying that these provisions can be adjusted later on against provisioning requirements for actual slippages. Only if the slippage doesn't arise, then the banks have adequate flexibility to sort of appropriately deal with it in their accounts. The next announcement relates to extension of resolution timeline. Under RBI's Prudential Framework of Resolution of Stressed Assets dated June 7, 2019, in the case of large accounts under default, scheduled commercial banks, all India financial institutions, NBFCs which are non-deposit taking but systemically important, and deposit taking NBFCs are currently required to hold an additional provision of 20% if a resolution plan has not been completed within 210 days from the date of such default. Recognizing the challenges.
शक्तिकांत दास का कहना है कि आर्थिक हालातां ते नजर रखी जा रही है। कोरोना नूं चलदियां जो हालात बने ने उस ते नजर है पूरी RBI दी, देश भर दे बैंक इस ते काम भी कर रहे ने। उत्थे उन्हां ने कहा कि कोरोना संकट दे नाल नजिठण दे लई RBI दे वल्लों कोशिशां जारी ने। दुनिया भर दे बाजारां दे विच इह गिरावट दर्ज कीती गई है। उत्थे उन्हां कहा कि लॉकडाउन दी वजह करके खेतां दे विच लेबर दी दिक्कत भी वेखी जा रही है। भारत के हालात दूजे देशों के नालों बेहतर ने, यह वड्डी गल कही गई है RBI के गवर्नर के वल्लों कि कोरोना के चलदियां भारत के हालात दूजे देशों के नालों बेहतर विखाई दे रहे हैं। दुनिया भर दे विच आर्थिक मंदी का दौर कोरोना के चलदियां वेख्या जा सकता है। उत्थे RBI के गवर्नर का कहना है कि ऑटोमोबाइल सैक्टर के विच कोरोना के चलदियां गिरावट दर्ज की गई है। कच्चे तेल दीयां कीमतां इस दे चलदियां घट रही ने। कोरोना संकट विचाले एक्सपोर्ट भी घटिया, यह कहना RBI के गवर्नर का। उत्थे उन्होंने कहा कि देश की GDP कोरोना के चलदियां 1.9 रहने का अनुमान है ते 90% ATM फिलहाल काम कर रहे हैं। फिलहाल इस बुलेटिन दे विच इन्ना ही, इजाजत दिओ।